Hi Year 5, hope you're all well. I'm going to be picking up from where Mrs Thorpe finished with you and we were part way through a diary entry. So I will carry on from January the 1st. Africa again, Cape Town, Table Mountain. And this time we're not just sailing by, we're going to be put in there. They told me that this evening. They didn't want to tell me before in case we couldn't afford it, but apparently we can. We're going to stay for a couple of weeks, maybe more. We're going to see elephants and lions in the wild. I still can't believe it. I don't think they can either. When they told me, they were like a couple of kids, all laughing and all happy. They were never like this at home. These days, they really smile at each other. Mum's getting stomach cramps. Dad wants her to see a doctor in Cape Town, but she won't. I reckon it's all the baked beans she's eating. The good news is the baked beans have at last run out. The bad news is we had sardines for supper. Ugh. February the 7th. We're hundreds of miles out in the Indian Ocean and then this happens. Stella hardly ever comes up on deck unless it's a flat calm. I don't know why she came up. I don't know why she was even there. We were all busy, I suppose. Dad was breathing up and down in the galley and Mum was at the wheel. I was doing one of my navigation lessons, taking bearings with the sextant. The Peggy Sue was pitching and rolling a bit. I had to steady myself. I looked up and I saw Stella up at the bow of the boat. One moment she was just standing there and the next she was gone. We had practiced the man overboard drill dozens of times back in the Solent in the bark and bill. Shout and point, keep shouting, keep pointing, turn into the wind, get the sails down quick, engine on. By the time Dad had the main sail and the jib down, we were already heading back to water. I was doing the pointing and the shouting too, and she was paddling on for her dear life. Dad was leaning over the side and reaching for her, but he didn't have his safety harness on and Mum was going mad. She was trying to bring the boat in close and as slow as she could, but a wave took Stella away from us at the last moment. We had to turn and come back again. All this time I was pointing and shouting. 3 times we came in, but each time we passed her by. Either we were going too fast or she was just simply out of reach. She was weak now. She was hardly even paddling. She was going under. We had one last chance. We came in again, perfectly this time, and close enough for Dad to be able to reach out and grab her. Between the 3 of us, we managed to haul Stella back onto the boat by her collar and by her tail. I got a well done monkey face look by Dad. And Dad got a huge rollicking from Mum for not wearing his safety harness. Dad just put his arms around her and she cried. Stella shook herself and went below as if nothing had even happened. Mum had made a strict rule. Stella advised to never ever go out on deck again, whatever the weather. I still dream of the elephants in South Africa. I loved how slow they are and thoughtful. I loved their wise, weepy eyes. And I could still see those snotty giraffes looking down at me and the lion cub sleeping with his mother's tail in his mouth. I did lots of drawings when I was there and I keep looking at them to remind me the sun in Africa is so big and so red. Australia next. Kangaroos and wombats. Uncle John's going to meet us in Perth. I've seen photos of him, but I've never actually met him. Dad said this evening he's only a distant uncle. Very, very distant, said Mum. I didn't get the joke until I thought about it again when I came on watch. The stars are so bright and Stella was saved. I think I'm happier than I've ever been in my entire life. April the 3rd. Off Perth, Australia. Until today, it's been nothing but an empty ocean all the way from Africa. I love it more and more when it's just us and Peggy Sue and the sea. We all do, I think. But then, when we sight land, we always get so excited. When we saw Australia for the first time, we hugged each other and jumped up and down. It's like we're the first ever sailors who discovered it. Stella Artois barked at us as if we were mad as hatters, which we probably are. But we've done it. We've sailed all the way from England to Australia. That's halfway all around the world. And we did it on our own. Mum's been getting her stomach cramps again. She definitely needs to see a doctor when we get to Australia. She's promised us and we'll all make her keep it. May the 28th. At sea again after nearly 6 weeks with Uncle John. We thought we were going to stay in Perth just for a few days, but he said we had to see Australia properly whilst we were there. He took us to stay with his family on a huge farm, thousands of sheep. He got masses of horses, so I went riding a lot with my two little cousins, Beth and Liza. They were only 7 and 8, but they could really ride. They called me Mikey, and by the time we left, they both wanted to marry me. We're going to be pen pals instead. I saw a snake called Copperhead. Uncle John said it could have killed me if I hadn't trodden on it. He told me to watch out for redback spiders in the toilet. Because of that, I didn't go to the toilet very often. They called us the Pommy Cousins, and we had barbecues every evening. They gave us a great time, but I was actually really happy to get back to Peggy Sue. I missed her while I was gone, like I miss Eddie. I've been sending them cards, funny animal cards, if I can find them. I send them one of my wombat. I saw a wombat too, and hundreds of possums and loads of kangaroos. And they've got white cockatoos in Australia, like we've got sparrows at home. Millions of them now. But out here, it's gulls again. Whenever we've been in the world, there's always gulls. The plan is we're going to stay put in Sydney, explore the Barrier Reef for a bit, and then go through to the Coral Sea and end up towards New Guinea. Mum's stomach cramps are much better. The doctor in Australia said it was probably something she'd eaten. But anyway, she's much better now. It's really hot and heavy. It's calm too. No wind, we're hardly moving. I can't see the clouds, but I'm sure a storm is coming. I can feel it. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. So it seems that the family are having a great adventure and they've travelled all the way from England to Australia. All seems to be going really well. So what possibly could go wrong? Okay, tune in and Miss Henfield will carry on reading from me. Take care, Year 5, and stay safe. Hopefully see you soon. Bye.